What I'd like to do now is show you how to create a title block that has annotated text. We want to make text blocks that we can go in and change them very easily, and to do that we need to create some text that's in a block form. Okay, this is our handout that you've received, and this is the updated version. There's been some corrections in some of the geometry down here. We fixed that. And so we're going to look at here, we need a list of layers. We want a 0 layer, def points, those are both already there. And then we want annotation logo, which I believe is there. We want a title block, which is already there. And we want to create a title block text, which is on cyan, which is a cyan color. So let's go do that and make sure we got those things. So the first thing we're going to do is go into our layer properties, and as you can see, we have our title block, which is the orange. We have our logo, which is saying it's white, but let me show you what happens here. Let's close this out. If you go here and take a look at this, I've got this on the cyan layer. If I, oops, or do I? Yes, it's on the cyan layer. Okay, and this will come out the color that I want it to be, which is a little bit darker. Okay, but I still want it to be. I want to be able to turn it on and off. So if I go in here to the logo and I want to turn that off, as you can see, like that. Okay, because it's the current layer. So I'm going here and make the 0 the current layer. Let's do it this way then. So if we go in here and go to the logo and we turn it off, I have control. I also have control of my title blocks. Okay, so that's why we do things on layers. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do with what I want to make this work for me is I'm going to go rotate this thing. So number one, I can read my notes that I've given you, and number two, that I can work in a horizontal fashion, which is what I'm used to. So we're going to look down here, and I'm going to go in here, and we're going to go with our little magnifying glass, and we're going to find out where our geometry is at. Okay, it looks like this geometry here. Oops, man, I hate it when it does that. This geometry here is 30 seconds and 5/16, and this geometry here is 7/16. Okay, so let's go back into our drawing and try to see if we can use that. Okay, the way I'm going to do this is for the geometry that I'm going to build, which is some lines, I'm going to put them on the def points layer, because what do we know about def points? Def points is the layer that never prints. So if I make a mistake and leave it on, it'll be fine. So def points, I'm going to draw a line. Okay, and I want to double check that, which is 30 seconds. So I'm just going to go offset 30 seconds. Pick that and pick that. There's two of them. And then I believe my next dimension is 5/16, which it is. So I'm going to go back to my friend offset. I hit escape a couple times, offset. And offset distance is 5, not a question mark, but a 16th. Enter. And I'm going to pick, and just to verify that my geometry is right and it's on the bottom line, as you can see. Great, I'm going to throw that away, and I'm going to throw that away. I'm going to go over here and go line again. Here's a little way to cheat. Go down 7/16, okay, and then go over. There we go. I'm going to go copy. Go from that point there to that point there to that point there, and just to verify which it is down there. Excellent. And then one little other thing is I need the center points to this, and I don't want to spend a lot of time myself going midpoint to 2 points, blah 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 blah. So I'm going to go to line and draw a line from here to here to here to here. Okay. What's that going to give me? I have a midpoint on that line, a midpoint on that line, and a midpoint on that line. They are dead center in those little rectangular boxes. So here we go. Now we are going to create our attribute definitions here. To create an attribute, Okay, you can also go up to Home. You can go to Blocks, which is right over here. You can do the down arrow, and you can pick this little tag right there, which is Define Attributes. You can also see, if you scroll down there, you look down, it says ATTDEF is the alias. Okay, so I'm going to just be lazy and go type ATTDEF, and we'll get this little dialog box. This is our attribute dialog box. I'm going to go into Tag, and I can't have any spaces in between, so I'm going to put up Tag 1. Okay, and I'm going to go to my Tab key, which makes it jump to the prompt. And my prompt for this is, I believe it's client name, CLIENT. Okay, and I'm going to hit my prompt again, my tab again, and CLIENT. Okay, my justification is going to be middle center. My height is going to be 0.3. My rotation needs to be, even though I'm horizontal here, and that would be a normal 0, what did I do when I flipped this over here? I flipped me, and it would have been a 90 if we were in the vertical position. I need to also put a 90 here. So I'm going to put a 90 for rotation. I'm going to go OK. I'm going to put it right there, and there is my first tag. Let's go see what we got next coming up. Okay. So the height on this tag is going to be 0.18, and the next height is client street address. Okay. So I'm just going to back into AutoCAD. I should be able to hit enter and go right back into that. Okay, I'm going to type in tag 2 and client street address. Now, rather than type that again, I'm just going to go highlight it like this. I'm going to go Control plus a C for copy. Go to default and go Control V, and it pastes it right in there. Again, I'm going to go to middle center. I'm going to go to 0.18, and I'm going to go to 90. And I think this wants to be Roman C, by the way, so I'm going to change that. And I'll go back and change the first one in a second. And let's see what happens when I put this. And I'm going to have to remake that tag. Okay, so hit enter. Enter. So now I'm out of the command, so I can't get back into it by hitting enter. And I don't want to type it again, so I'm going to be really lazy. I'm going to go down to my arrow keys, and I'm going to hit the up key until I get back to ATTDEF, and enter. Tag, oops, you know, so we can spell tag 2. And I bet you, if I hit Control V, it is still in my paste block. Okay, justification, middle center, and I forgot to do the 90 degrees. And 0.13, or 0.18, excuse me, 0.18. 0.18, so middle center, Roman C, 0.18, 90. Client tag 2, street address. Okay, we're going to put that right there. Excellent. Now, I'm going to hit enter because I am in the command. Tag 3. And this wants to be client city state zip. Client city. Again, I'm going to be lazy. Highlight that. Control C for copy. Control V for paste. Middle center, Roman C stays the same. 1/8 stays the same, but I do need to put in the 90. I'm going to go OK, and I'm going to put my tag 3 in there. Okay, let's go see what tag 4 looks like. Tag 4, this will be client phone 18. Okay, great. And it looks like, oh, look at this. It says client prompt, and the default is 1, 2, 3. Okay, great. So we can do that. And back here, I should be able to hit okay and tag 4. I like TAT. I don't know why. Tag 4. Client phone. And I'm going to hit my tab key, and I'm going to go 360. I like putting a period. I think it looks cooler. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, justification. Again, middle center, Roman C, 18, and don't forget my 90. And we're going to go OK, and we're going to put tag 4 right there. We got our first 4 tags done. Now we're going to go down and do our next tags. If I remember right, though, didn't we have to fix this? So I'm going to go with properties, and I'm going to go look at this, and I believe that I want to change the to change the text on this. And I don't know if I can or not. Okay. Let's go over here and look and see what this needs to be. And this is going to be tags, sheet tags, 1 through 3. Okay, so I'm going to go in here. I'm going to do my arrow keys again. There, ATTDEF. Tag 5. Sheet. Titles. Okay, 1. Okay, middle center, Roman C, 18, and 90. Okay, and there is tag 5. Okay, enter, tag 6. Should type this, change that to 2. Okay, middle center, Roman C, 18, 90. Don't forget the 90. And enter, tag 7. Oops, excuse me, 7. Should title 3 and 3. In center, 18, 90. Here we go. There's 7. Okay. We're getting there. Now let's look down here. We have sheet number. Okay. And, oh, what did I do here? 0.94. I screwed up here. I'm not sure if I can fix that or not. We'll have to find out here in a moment. Okay. Okay. And this is height 3.1. Okay. 3.1, 3.1. Sheet index. So the first one is sheet number, and then this is, well, these are sheet index. Okay. So I can either just stay this way, which is fine, but I'll show you one of the things we'll be doing different. So enter and tag. Oh, I am right. It's these tags here I need to fix. Okay, cool. Let's go look here. So I didn't screw up. Well, those tags should have been 22 and not 18. Okay, so now we're going to go to these tags. Okay, so we need to do a little work in here before we draw these tags. Okay, and these tags here are going to be drawn by as shown. Okay, I'm going to actually move this over so I can see it when I'm doing this, because that's part of my little problem that I'm having, is I'm having to jump back and forth. Okay, so I'm just going to go rotate this again because I like working in the horizontal. Okay, it doesn't, you could put the tags there, but nice thing about these are going to be 0, so I don't have to put 90s on them. And that has nothing to do with rotation. It's just that these go this way, which is a 0, and this goes this way, which is a 90. Okay, that's all the difference is. Okay, so I'm going to scroll through and get my tag, and this is going to be tag 8. And the prompt is going to be text, drawn by. Almost easier to just type it again. And we're going to, justification here is left, it looks like. Okay. And is it, I'm just checking out, it's just left. So just left, not top left. So I'm going to go, I'm actually going to go, I am going to go middle left, and you'll see why in a second. Okay, and my height is 0.094. Rotation is 0, and I'm going to put my little tag right there. Okay, I'm going to hit enter, and tag 9, and my prompt is checked by. Fine, I'll do a copy paste this time because I'm lazy. I'm going to go a middle left, and my height is correct, and my 0 is fine, and we're going here. And I'm going to enter, and tag 10, and my prompt is scale, and scale, and middle left, and okay, and one more time, and date, oops, excuse me, tag, and this is 11, and date, and middle left, 94, okay, and finally, all the way down to the bottom, tag 12, and the prompt is project, and middle left, oops, at the bottom left, middle left, okay, and there it is. Okay, now, while I'm here and remembering this, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to draw a line from here to here. It doesn't matter where I draw this, I'm just using the geometry. I'm picking my tags, and I'm going to go move, and I'm going to go from here to here, and that puts it in the middle, okay? And then I'm going to take all these, and I'm going to go move, I'm going to go from here to here, okay? And throw my geometry away, because we've got to, this is where the tags want to be. In fact, I think when we type in the rest of the text that needs to be over here, we'll be actually moving these tags around a little bit more. But let's finish our tags. Okay, I'm going to do my arrow to my point. I'm going to go tag, and I believe this is 13. And the prompt on this is going to be sheet number. Grab that, copy it, paste it. Okay. Go to middle center again. Roman C. Height. This time I need to change my height to 0.31. And I'm going to park that right there. I'm going to go enter. And I'm going to go tag 14 and V and V, middle center 31 right there. And last but not least, tag 15. I can use this again, so I've got it. See how lazy I am. And middle center, and OK. There we go. So all my tags are now done. Okay. All my tags are now done. And okay. I'm going to rotate this just for fun. Okay. Let me check this and see if I can do anything about my height. I don't believe I can. Please don't crash. And I'm going to help the file over here, which I don't want. Okay. It's giving me a help browser. I'll pause this while this. Okay, so now we're going to block our attributes. We have all 15 of our attributes created here. We're going to block them, and we're going to block them in order. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to see this go. So I'm going to go block, and I'm going to go tag attributes. How about that? Tag X. Select objects. Now this is the important part. Pick 1, pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, pick 5, pick 6, pick 7, pick 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Now hit enter. And pick a point, and I'm going to pick this point right here. Just any point would work. Go OK. Now, here's your attributes. Take a look at them. Okay. So that means I can just go in here. So I go in here, escape, and I pick on any one of these. It is going to come up, and I can now type in my client's name, which is SBSCC Community College. Okay. And you can see what it does. I can just go through and do all of these, okay? All of these, okay? Now, what I just did there is because I had created these on def points by mistake. I just put them all back on 0 layer, which is where they should be, because otherwise they won't they do? They won't print. Okay, they won't print. Okay. So that is pretty much how we create those. If we want to do a little editing, we can type in Batman, B-A-T-T-M-A-N, and you can see that the text box comes up right here. Okay. And I think this one here, I want to edit it, and look at the text options I have here. Oh, see, I can change. Oh, I can fix it. Oh, that is so good. And go OK. And what were the other ones that I screwed up? Titles, sheet titles. Sheet titles. Pick that one, go edit. And the height on the sheet titles was, I believe, 0.22, not 0.18. 0.22. Oh, I'm so happy I can fix it. And sheet title 2, edit, 0.22. I am so happy I can fix this without having to start all over again. And finally, number 8, sheet title. Oops, nope. Number 3, sheet title. Edit. And 0.22. 0.22. Okay. Again, I'm just going to do Batman again. Get back in here and just double check things. Sheet titles. Edit. And 0.22. 0.22. Okay. And what didn't I do? You know what I didn't do? I bet you see it. I do. And edit. 0.22. Okay. And get back to the client name. Edit that. Notice it didn't change from, you saw me put it on Romans and it didn't stay there. Why? Because I didn't go apply. I did not go apply. You have to apply. If you don't apply, you got to start all over again. Okay. Now let's see if these stayed. Let's go. I think maybe you have to do apply each one. I'm not quite sure. So I'm going to go Batman and double check these. Edit. And it stayed. So it did. It did them all. Even though I changed all of those in different ones, once you hit apply, it applies it for all of them. Okay, so I have fixed this without having to go in and start all over again. That is wonderful. And these want to be on 0 layer. Okay. Now I can take my lines because I don't need my lines anymore, and I could throw my lines away. Oops, got to make sure I don't grab my title blocks. Okay, so I can throw that away and pick through. There we go. Now I'm going to rotate it back because I got to see something here. And let's go in here, and we need to make some text here. So I'm going to go just text, D-E-X-T, and I'm going to go height, and my height over here wants to be 0.94. Is that correct? Oh, 94. 0.94. What is going on over there? Text. XT. Height. 0.094. Okay. And you can see that again, my height is being asked again. I don't know why. 0.094. Okay, rotation. Okay, and I didn't have a justification, so I'm going to get out of it, and I'm going to go text, and hopefully this is going to be right. And J for justify, and I'm going to go ML for middle left. Okay, enter, and I'm going to put that point right there. And 0.94, and I don't think this is going to come out right, but we'll go anyway. 0, and this is drawn, oops, D-R-A-W-N, drawn by. Hey, it is right. Okay. I'm going to just copy this, because I'm really lazy again. And do this down in here. And there we go. And I'm looking over at my information that these need to be drawn by, checked by, scale, date. Okay. So I'm going to put those over there. And drawn by, checked by, scale. Oh, and they have a little parenthesis mark back there. can't remember to put them on that time. And project. There we go. Now we're going to do the same little trick I did earlier, where I drew a line from the midpoint here to the midpoint there. I picked all of my objects all at the same time. And I went move, and I went from the endpoint to the midpoint. So they're all in a straight line. Look at that. I'm going to go and also move them and move. Okay, I'm going to slide these over. Let's go 0.125. See how that looks. Yeah, a little farther than that. And 0.125. So I slid them over a quarter of an inch. I can throw this away. Okay, I'm going to look at all these, and what layer are they on? Def points. Are they going to print? No, they are not. So we need to put them onto. I'm going to put them on title block here. Okay. And I'm going to. Now you can see that this is not going to work here, and there's an issue with this. I can't move these. I cannot move them, because if I move them now, because what are they? They are a block. So I have to escape. Okay? And I'm going to have to pick them and hit X. Okay? And then I'm going to move this and move this. And I'm going to bring them, and I'm going to make sure I'm in ortho. Make sure you're in ortho. Okay? And so drawn by and checked by. Okay? I'm going to just move that a little bit farther over. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Scale looks okay. The date looks okay. So here's what I probably should do, because I may have to move these again, but we'll try these. I'm going to move this one over just a little bit. Okay. So we're going to try them. So what I'm going to have to do then is what I have to do. B for block. Go up to my block. There it is. I'm going to use the same name, tag ats. Select my objects. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, reach over here, 14, and reach over here, get 15. Hit enter. Pick a point. I'm going to just use this corner again. There we go. And go OK. Redefine. Yes, I do. And there everything is. Now, I'm going to come down here and go OK. I'm going to come down right here, and I'm going to pick this drawn by and scale by and see how this works out. So drawn by, and I'm going to go DHH. Okay, and I'm going to just get my little arrow down and checked by, and I'm going to go in there and go Mike Murphy, and then I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to go scale 1 inch equals 1 foot hyphen 0 inches. Okay, and then I'm going to go the date, and let's go 11, 11. Okay, project, title block. Let's go to apply, and okay. Okay, that looks pretty good. You can see how my stuff is laid out there. I'm liking that. Looks like title block is a little bit too big, so I would probably want to shorten that up. Be okay. Fine, okay. So I'm thinking that layout is going to be just darn peachy. Okay. Well, I think I'm getting to the end of this. Let's turn it over here again. Let's let's go to depth points and make them go to sleep. Oops, I can't because it's on the current layer, so go to 0 layer. Now go to depth points and okay. And you can see all my stuff went away, so that means I need to fix some stuff. Okay, and depth points. So those should have disappeared. These should not. These should be on 0 layer. Okay. Are they on 0 layer? Okay, let's take a look now. These here are on annotation. That should be fine. So let's go and go to depth points again. Okay, so you can see what happened is I built them on depth points and I blocked them on depth points. I am a sad camper. Okay, I am a sad camper. So I've got to come back, turn off my depth points, and this is just about layer control. I'm going to have to take these, I'm going to have to explode them again. X. Okay, I'm going to have to grab all these. Okay. And put them on 0 layer. Thank you. And then I'm going to block them. I'm going to block them again. Pick in my attributes. And select them in order. Okay, and pick a point. Okay. So I'm redefining. And okay, great. And we're going to go back up here and we're going to hit our depth points. Oh, we did good. Now you notice they stick out, but they won't really because once we fill them in, they'll be just fine. Hey, we did it, guys. With a couple mistakes that we repaired, and I actually made those mistakes on purpose just so you know. And this looks great. Okay. You know, I hate this sheet number thing. This looks way too big to me. So what I'm going to type in? Batman. Okay. Now I'm going to go down here to sheet number, and I'm going to edit it. And I'm going to edit the prompt. And I'm going to go take that and make it. There we go. Okay, and apply. And okay. And oh, I see where it changed it. That's not what I wanted, is it? Okay, so we'll fix that. Okay, so we'll again go back to Batman. Pick that. Edit. Copy. Sheet number. And it's this one we want. It's not the prompt that we want to change. It is the default we want to change. Okay. Apply. And okay. And why can't we do this? Do you know why? Well, there's a reason we can't do this. Okay. It's because we would have to block it first, I believe. Okay. There comes up sheet number, the value. So if I wanted to change this, I would have to actually explode this and change this. And I'm not going to do that. So we're just going to leave it. Okay, guys, that's a 40-minute video. That's more than enough. You guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching.